to RC Cincy. Today we have the original Spartan from Traxxas. This is the V1. Last week I did order a brand new Spartan SR. Check out the unboxing, and I did do a first run. I didn't have the batteries all the way forward. It needs a few adjustments to get it to where it can actually do its top speed, which we will be revisiting. Technically, I do have 2 new props coming and the replacement metal cooling jacket. We'll do a separate video on that. But this right here, my friends, I got this off of Facebook Marketplace, an extremely good price. Guy was really cool, ended up shipping it to me. It's like 2.5 hours away. So he was really cool for shipping it. This is the OG, so it is a little different. We'll do more of a side-by-side comparison later on, but I just want to do a quick overview. So even the way the hatch goes on is different. You have a tab here, then of course you have a little pin. Quick backstory on it: the guy won it and then traded it for a 4-wheeler, so it's kind of crazy how I got it. But he actually did a bunch of changes to this. So first thing you notice is the cooling jacket. He did a hot racing cooling jacket. You can see the original ESE. These are my batteries. It did not come with it. The previous owner did lob off the Traxxas connector and did XT60, which is fine. This is not a bad connector by any means. I did have to put my own receiver in there, was the only thing, plus the batteries. And then, of course, my Dumbo transmitter to match it. You can pick up for $35. You can pick up this transmitter and receiver off of Amazon. Really good, strong signal. Feels great. Of course, this one has more options, but this is a nice transmitter for $35. You can't beat it. So the servo was in there. Everything else was in there. But in the pictures, I was blown away about the upgrade. So you have the cooling jacket. Then come around to the back. You have this little deck fin lid. I forget what these are called, but you can see where it says Hot Racing right on that. Then you have these adjustable trim tabs. All these metal pieces. These are aftermarket. The Stinger is aftermarket with an actual bearing, not a bushing. The dual pickup rudder has 2 tubes. The previous generation had 1, so you have an independent cooling for the ESC and the motor, which is really nice. You have all these little bits back here that just really enhances this boat. These is what I really need on the other boat. The cool part is you can technically bend those. We'll get into that later. But you can see the quality difference. And I believe Boat Blitz is better even than Hot Racing. But everything feels good, looks good. I did try out the boat. I turned it on. The servo works. The ESC works only forward. I don't know why, if reverse is burned out or if it's a programming issue. I'll address that later, to be honest with you. Reverse, I don't really use reverse in boats, to be honest with you. If you need it, you kind of need it. This boat does not have self-righting. So that's what's so important about this one is this one will actually roll over. This one will not. You'll need a kayak, a boat, or someone nice enough with a kayak going by or something to help you. Otherwise, or a retrieval RC boat, all you do is get those pool noodles, put a couple on them with a little bar, whatever boat you want to use, mount it to it, and basically catch the other boat and bring it back to you. So I may have to do that to one of my other boats, make a retrieval boat, or just take my actual full-size boat with us, my bass boat with us, and then be able to retrieve it that way. So just keep that in mind. This does not have self-righting. A lot of guys on the Facebook group that I'm part of actually said this boat is better. I don't know why yet. I don't know if it's, the motors mounted completely different. The tray is different. The way the batteries mount on the sides are different. So there's some big differences. The hull feels like the same quality. It feels good. This hull had no cracks or damages or anything. It's basically like a new boat. I'm not sure what's going on with the ESC. It looks good. It doesn't smell burnt. I don't know. Maybe the mode by me removing the by not having the original one, maybe just the mode needed, the profile, sorry, needed to be reset to a boat profile. I think it's profile number 2. So technically, what we can do is it actually had this receiver. I could technically bind this transmitter to this receiver as well and just have to bind it every time. And that's kind of a pain in the butt because I would have to open the receiver housing and push the bind button, actually get it to bind. And then I would have to reselect that profile. I guess it saves the profile on each receiver. But I may have to do that to see if this gets it to work. And then if so, I could always get another transmitter or just bind it each time. But it's nice that this was in here as well. He just didn't have the remote, technically, was the only thing missing. Batteries doesn't count because it's not part of when you buy it. So I do have that, which is the cool part, as a spare. So if mine goes bad or something happens, I could always bind that. We will look more into the ESC. That's a separate video troubleshooting. The servo looks good. Everything else looks good. Bearings feel good. The motor feels good. I gave it throttle. Sounded good. I didn't want to hit it too much, it being out of water. It looks like it does have a stock prop on it. It looks a little more aggressive. Oh, there's a little chip missing on the side of it, I think. Right there, a little bit. Not bad, just a little chip, but nothing crazy. The proper gap is there. Same thing with mine. It should be about 4 to 5 millimeters. So yeah, this stinger is adjustable a little bit up and down. There is a little bit, I think, a little bit of solder in it, which I will get. Like whenever you solder, you can see a couple little dabs in there. No big deal. I can clean that up and then get the rest of that out of there. It's not a deal breaker by any means. It seems to be all good. So just be aware. This one is going to have an advantage compared to my factory one, just because simple fact that it has all this on the back. The dual pickups isn't going to make it faster, but I think these are going to make it more stable. And the stingers can be adjusted a little more. So it has better cooling. So it has a few things that will affect its performance. I will put a metal prop on both of them. So I technically got 2 coming. I got the stock size prop coming and then the +2 size. So that one's going to be my faster one. So I will run the stock prop on both, and then I'll run the faster prop on both, and then we'll see which ones are faster. I may even adjust the trim tabs so they're equal. I know these are a little bit shorter. Oh, not really. They're just not as wide, and I think that has a bigger impact than actually them being longer. They only need to be so long. A lot of guys will actually do 2, so they'll do 1 here and 1 there, and that's what gets maximum stability on these boats, which we can always do later in other videos and stuff. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. An amazing buy. The guy had no price on it, and I offered him, I think was a fair price, and he took it. And I'm really happy because this inside looks like a brand new boat. Like you can tell it was taken care of. The solder wasn't bad. One of these is a little crooked where I couldn't get the sleeve on. But I got some heat shrink or something I could put on that. Not a deal breaker. There's no way to contact it. Other than that, everything else is solid. The ESC does need to be mounted, but the only reason I haven't done that yet is because I need to troubleshoot it. So I'll probably be removing it anyways. The tray comes out different. There's just these screws right here. Of course, you have to disconnect the shaft. A couple screws down there. These right here. And these kind of lock in that channel back there. Of course, the shaft has to be pulled out. But yeah, nothing too crazy to do so. I do like this Hot Racing big metal jacket. We'll have to compare it to the other jacket we got coming. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. These are only ADC 7200s. We do have quite a few variables. We do have these packs right here. I think are going to be the best combination. These are 7500, 130. So these are really, really punchy batteries. We do have the 5200s, which is what I ran in this one for the first time. Maybe we'll do a comparison with these, kind of level out the playing field. I do have the adapters in case I do want to run like these batteries in my other Traxxas. I do have Traxxas adapters. Obviously, these will plug right in. I do also have EC5 to XT60, so I'll need those adapters for this since these have been lobbed off. I will not be lobbing them off my new one just because it has a warranty. That's silly. Don't forget to grease it every single time and become part of a group. They're really helpful. They help me a lot. And I'm going to do a lot more research, and I'm going to try to get you guys a lot more information as I test it. We do have the SS that we will be using. Put this in a bag. I'd highly recommend putting it in like a Ziploc bag or something to keep it from getting wet. Voltage tester to test your batteries after we run them. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they stack up against each other. It's going to need a full comparison video. We'll do a more in-depth comparison as well, and then we'll talk about the upgrades and other future plans for these. So I just wanted to do an overview. Really nice boat. I could see why people like it. I think the camo looks almost a little better on this one. I love the way the lid looks on this one, like with the darker purple and the blue. Like, I don't think the lid's a better design, but I think it looks like the design itself. Like on this one, I think it looks a little bit cooler. I don't know. They're both good looking boats. One of our favorite colors is blue and green, so that's why we chose them. It was almost like fate. Now me and my wife can both run these. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. I just wanted to give you an update. More to come on both of these boats. Can't wait to get it out. Watch the maiden run on this, at least for me. And that's going to do it for this one, guys. So thank you so much. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.